Nice to prove.
Æfirðu körfubolta?
Gabriel, komdu upp, við erum að fara.
Amma er komin, ég þarf að fara.
Coach Jack, just quick about the game on, what was it?
Oh, St. Francis?
Yeah.
So obviously we didn't have the outcome that we were looking for. I thought our guys gave really good effort to start the game. First half, things were going pretty well. I thought offensively we were fine. To start the game, we struggled a little bit defensively, but I thought we started to find ourselves. We played a little bit of 2-3 zone. That worked well. They struggled shooting from the perimeter. So we had the lead at halftime. And then after that, second half, we just couldn't make shots. I thought we had good looks. We just couldn't make shots against their zone. They had to go 2-3 zone because they had some foul trouble, and shot making was an issue. We had some open looks, didn't knock them down. Ended up getting some turnovers even against the zone. They have a big kid named Amby Fall who really did a good job of bothering us around the rim. We counted afterwards, he had about 18 or 19 altered shots along with his block shots, and I think that was a big part of it. I think our guys got a little bit weary going into the paint. And obviously, I don't know when the last time we scored 49 points was in a game, but that's not going to get it done. Defensively, in the second half, we were just okay. We had some breakdowns also in our zone, and they ended up getting some layups, and unfortunately the outcome became a lot bigger with some free throws at the end.
Just how important is this game and this matchup? Obviously a rivalry, so
yeah. So obviously disappointed. Every year we talk about it and the intensity of the rivalry, and there's always been something crazy that happens in these games, and it's always a fun atmosphere. I think Glenn's a great coach. He does a great job with his team, and there's great respect that I think both institutions have for one another. It makes for an exciting rivalry, being so close. So anytime that you don't have the outcome that you want, it's frustrating, and you certainly don't want it to continue. So hopefully we get them again. We'll get them again at their place, and hopefully we'll have a different outcome.
Just a quick your view on Martin and his game, how he's progressed since last year.
Yeah, he's awesome. He's awesome in so many different ways, and he came in last year, and the way he worked, his work ethic is second to none. He competes every single day. He is zero maintenance, whether it's in the classroom, whether it's in the community, and certainly on the basketball court. He's as good as they come. You wish you have 15 Martin Hermansons that way. Last year as a freshman, the only thing that he struggled with was his confidence. I think in shooting threes, he didn't have a great three-point shooting percentage. And I think just kind of feeling his way with some older guys to be as aggressive as I thought he probably could have been. That's how talented of a player I think he is. I think you see he comes back after playing with the national team, and you saw a Martin Hermanson that was that much more confident, and now his three-point shooting is up where it belongs, and he's making plays off the dribble consistently, and he's making plays for others consistently, and he's just been that good. He's been an all-conference caliber. He's been great. He's been a great leader for us. He just keeps getting better and better. Defensively, he keeps getting better and better because he works at it and he cares about it. The future is really, really bright for this young man. He's been a joy to coach.
So you think the EuroBasket tournament, do you think that has had a positive impact on him?
No question. I think. Now, did I think he was going to come back and have this impact? Yeah, I did. Did that help to go and play against those guys, a lot of NBA players? I think that helped his confidence because he did well while he was there, and I know he gained confidence from that. So certainly him playing with the national team and already being in shape because he was competing for the whole month of August. He comes in and I think he comes in and then he sees playing against a little bit lower caliber of person and yeah, you see the maturity throughout.
What would you say is his role on the team as a player?
Yeah, I mean, even though he's still an underclassman and a sophomore, he's a leader. He has to be the leader of this team. He leads us in minutes. I want the ball in his hands a lot. We have some talented players on this team, but he needs to be aggressive. I need him to be aggressive not only for his own shots but also finding other guys. He usually makes the right play. He's got such a high basketball IQ. He makes the right decisions offensively. He always plays so hard defensively that he's always in the right position that way too. So he's getting better and better that way, and he just needs to keep maturing and keep getting more aggressive and keep getting, I guess, a little bit more. He's got to communicate with the guys even more and kind of get those guys going. If somebody be aware of some of the guys if they're struggling, and kind of help them out. Because usually he's not the one that is struggling or has an issue. He's always very steady. So I think that's something that he can continue to improve upon.
So the recruiting process of Martin, how did that come about?
Well, we had Elvar Fredriksson was already committed to us, and then I have a friend up at Duquesne University in the Atlantic 10 where they had gotten some film on Martin. They didn't think that he was the right fit for them, but they sent it to me, and it was late. I think it was in June when that happened, and so I watched the film like, wow, this kid can really play. I watched like 4 or 5 films. I'm like, this is exactly what we need. So then I call up Elvar and I ask him, hey, do you know this kid? He's like, yeah, he's my best friend. And we're like, oh, wow, okay, so could you help us get him? Because we have a scholarship that opened up and we'd love to have him with you. And he was like, I'll do my very best. And so that's really how it started. Then we brought Martin here with his father, and they, for an official visit, they came. I think they liked it well enough, and sure enough, in September he came.
In your opinion, what's unique about him as a player, and do you see some kind of a Icelandic element or anything?
An Icelandic element. I mean, I guess with Martin, he's got a. I don't know if it's Icelandic because I don't know if many Icelandic guys have that quick first step that he has. It's very deceiving. Is he the fastest guy? No, but he's always very athletic. He plays athletic. He plays, low to the ground. So he's always active. He's on the balls of his feet, and I think that's a unique thing, especially with kids today. Kids today, it's tough for them for whatever reason to get low and stay athletic. He has the ability to do that, and he never gets tired. He's always, he's somebody that always he's in great shape, so he constantly can play. I'm like, oh, do you need a quick blow? He's like, no, I'm good. Yeah. That kind of stuff. So his stamina is great. So I don't know if any of it's Icelandic, but he certainly has. It could be a Euro thing that again, he's got the ability to. I think his IQ is unique and a little bit different from local guys around here, that he just knows he knows the right play to make. His ability to drive and kick and drive and dish and make the right play and make the right decisions are unique and certainly fun to coach.
Would you be, or are you looking into any other Icelandic players?
Yeah. Actually, we were talking to the national team coach, and we're constantly looking for good players. Right now, we don't have any scholarships for this year, but you never know what happens. Some things might open up, and if so, we want to have a decent pulse of what's going on over there. If any of them are anything like Martin, then we certainly want to get as many as we can, because I think the more players like him that you have, the more success we're going to have.
His future after graduation here, how do you see him? Where do you see him after post graduation?
Yeah, interesting. Where could he go? The sky is the limit for Martin. As he gets stronger, I think that's a big thing. He needs to just continue to get in that weight room and try and put on some weight and some mass, because he's a pretty thin kid right now. He's strong. Don't get me wrong, he's strong. But I think when you get to the professional level, he's going to need a little bit more mass on him. He needs to be consistently trying to get his own shot off a little bit more, creating a pull-up or his jump shot. If he keeps working on that and working on the defensive end, I think he's that good. Like he's clearly going to have a great professional career. Is that overseas? Does he have a chance to play in the NBA? Maybe. I'm not saying that's out of the realm if he keeps getting better at the clip that he's getting at. He still has a lot of work to do, but he puts in that time and he puts in that effort. So, I wouldn't put anything past him that way. If that's his aspiration. But I think regardless, he's going to have a great professional career.